On Thursday morning, June 18th, 2015, I went to work like any other day. As soon as I got to work, my friends and family began contacting me, asking me if everyone was safe. I started checking my news. I found out that a white male had walked into the Emmanuel African Methodist Church, sat through a prayer meeting with the black church members, and then, in an effort to start a race war, shot and killed 9 wonderful people from that church. It was a surreal feeling. Just miles from my home, 9 people had been senselessly slaughtered the night before, and I knew nothing about it. I'd walked by that church many times and driven by countless others. I did not know the people were killed or the person that killed them, but I felt a terrible sense of loss for the families that had lost loved ones. This was the second incident in Charleston with racial overtones this summer, and I was not 100% sure that I was not witnessing the Second Civil War. After all, the first shots of the First Civil War had been fired from less than a mile away from the church. My mind instantly went to the scenes I had seen from Ferguson, Missouri, and Baltimore, Maryland, rioting, burning, and generating more hate from the hate that was already there. I remembered the scenes shown over and over again on television and the internet of burning buildings, mangled police vehicles, innocent shopkeepers that had lost everything. I realized the original infraction had been totally forgotten. People were concentrating on the riots and the damage now. In their hatred and anger, the rioters had caused the opposite effect that they desired. They had caused the common people to stop sympathizing with their plight. They turned the anger that they wanted the rest of the nation to feel toward the perpetrators of the incident, justified or not, into anger toward the barbaric and hateful actions of the rioters and their destruction. In honesty, I didn't worry about the city of Charleston. I knew we as a community would handle this differently. Charleston has a checkered past in the area of race relations, but unlike Ferguson and Baltimore, Charleston doesn't blame the South or some other entity. Racism in the South is understood. It is being processed. Unlike these other places, Charleston was in the middle of the worst area of race relations in American history. The people of Charleston don't look at racism and say, those people down there hate blacks. Charleston has been forced to reckon with the city's role in racism and has come a long way, despite what others might think. I'm not saying that Charleston is perfect, nor am I saying that there is no longer racism in Charleston. It is not perfect, and there is racism here. There is racism everywhere, but I am saying that Charleston does not point at someone else and blame them for the racism. Charleston as a whole has accepted its role and wants to move past. Charleston knows it has to do the work. I did not know what to expect as officials went on a hunt for the person that had performed this terrible crime, but what I saw was incredible. Charleston did not buy into all the distractions of gun control, racism, and the Confederate flag. These issues are debated elsewhere in another time. It did not allow speakers of hate to create a rift in the community. Instead, Charleston came together to grieve with the families of those 9 wonderful people. Charleston is not my native city, although I have called it home for 8 years now. But Charleston has taught me a huge lesson. Hate after hate only generates more hate. We can't change everyone with hate in their heart, but we can love and comfort each other. And hopefully, those with hate in their heart will eventually change themselves. Love will eventually overtake hate.